If you're feeling a little bit burnt out of a game, you might be buying lots of new games and not really playing them, downloaded mods and then never really actually experienced them, just kind of like lost your love of a game and you just don't really know what to play. There's so many choices and you just have like this big backlog of games, but you're like so burnt out of one. If this is you, here are my top hacks for avoiding gamer burnout. Hack number 1 is to take a break from gaming news. There are so many games coming out at the moment, between what came out at the end of 2023 to now, where there's a huge list of games. Sometimes when you see that massive list and you're just like, I work, I live, I have to go outside, I have to buy my food shopping. I think taking a break away from that, muting them on Twitter or X, coming away from Reddit threads, wherever you get your gaming news, if you can try and take a break from that, I think that'll really help. It's helped me a lot. I just pay attention to the stuff that I'm really interested in now, so I narrow down my focus. The only difference for me being that because I work for gaming and pop culture shows, I sometimes just get that information anyway. So the more you can take a break from it, if you are kind of constantly just absorbing all of these things, taking a break from it can really help. I also tend to find that if I'm reading them through the lens of somebody else, so if I'm kind of digesting that news through videos or through blogs or anything, if that person has like a negative or jaded opinion of that game, I tend to find it more influential and then I haven't got my own view of something going into it fresh. Hack number 2 is to buy a related book or movie. I love The Witcher, but I played the game a lot. I completed the game. I love it, but I just can't pick up another game right now. My brain is too full of that story. I don't have the space. I then bought the books and started reading those. So I could still be in that universe, but I was still taking a break from gaming. Not necessarily all games, but I was taking a break from story style games to let myself still be in that universe without having to kind of sit at my PC and have like decision paralysis constantly, I guess, because like I do get that sometimes from story games. I do feel like, especially Baldur's Gate 3, honestly, having my stream make those decisions for me sometimes is a godsend. Having them vote on those options. I don't know if anyone else that's watching this as a content creator and experiences the same thing, but man, decision paralysis sometimes just whew. Number 3 is play a casual game. After reading a few articles on gamer burnout, the message was pretty clear that if you're not having fun playing one particular game, you're less likely to continue wanting to play it, and similar games to it, so similar genres. By switching it up and maybe playing like a really casual game, you're not investing in a story or a character quite so much, can really help. I find that old school RuneScape actually helps me with this quite a lot, because if I just want to be playing a game where I just want to, I don't know, sit and chop a tree for 12 hours, I can do that. Games should be fun and you should have fun playing them, but games like Skyrim, Baldur's Gate as well, they can be kind of overwhelming when you invest in that character and it takes you hours to nurture your almost relationship with them. Switching it up is usually pretty helpful. Hack number 4, kind of same vein, is to just play a different genre. Just switch it up, play a first-person shooter to mix it up. Or if you're already playing a first-person shooter, you could switch to an RPG. Could change it up and see if that helps you, see if it makes you feel better. Number 5 is to play an older game. Please don't underestimate the power of nostalgia. That feeling of like, I remember this from my childhood or whatever. It's so good for re-sparking passion. It can just almost reset you, reground you, and get you ready to play something new again, get you ready to start a new story again. Or honestly, you might just get so stuck in that game from your childhood that that's what you end up playing for ages, and that's okay. Hack number 6 is to add a mod. If your game is moddable, you could try adding a mod, a player-made mod into the game. If you're kind of done with the base game, you're kind of bored of it, then modifying it with a mod can be a really cool way to just mix it up. The best thing about them is that most mods are actually free and most big games actually support modding them. Hack number 7 is to play several games. So if you're kind of like, oh, I don't really want to get burnt out of one game, you could mix it up. You can play 3 or 4. You could, I don't know, have a schedule of games. Like on Tuesdays, I'm going to play Old School RuneScape. On Thursday, I'm going to play Baldur's Gate. And on Saturday, I'm going to play something cozy on my sofa. If you focus on like one game at a time, you can get kind of sick of it really quickly and then just get sick of like games in general. Obviously, the only risk with doing this is that you maybe like don't get as stuck into one of those games, especially when they are like story based, or you've got like challenges you want to complete on the shooting game or whatever it is. Yeah, there can be that risk associated, I guess, of getting like stuck on just the one or not feeling stuck enough into the one. But I think just by like mixing it up, sometimes it can stop you from feeling a little bit burnt out as well. Number 8 is to pick the game that's right for you. I think there is probably a pressure that when a new game comes out, or if there's a game that all of your friends are playing, that you kind of have to play it too. But that's absolutely not true. If you don't think it's going to be a game you enjoy, you don't have to play it. Especially like when you're surrounded by content creators and stuff that are playing the latest games. I don't know how many people actually experience this, like how many people feel like they have to kind of play what everybody else is playing. If you do feel that, just pick what's right for you. Hack number 9 is try not to be the best straight away. Now you might be like, but Emma, I am the best. Like I'm so good at games, you know, like what are you trying to say to me? First of all, I'm sure you're great, but if you are trying a new game or you're experiencing a little bit of like burnout symptoms, then trying not to try too hard might actually be beneficial for you. If you're kind of trying to be mega efficient or you're trying to like have the best aim, you don't need to do it straight away. You can let yourself just experience the game and then come back to trying to be the best. If you're not experiencing burnout, then I'm not sure why you're watching this video, but you know, if you're not experiencing burnout and you want to just be the best straight away, then go for it. Please be my guest. But if you are watching this video because you're like, oh, I feel like I get burnt out of games so often and I don't know what to do about it, that's what we're here for. So try not to be the best. I know it's hard, but. And finally, number 10, take a break. After you finish a game, take a break from your screen, take a break for a while, take 2 or 3 days away from gaming. I find it's the same way as if you like watch a movie. Like once you've watched one movie, unless it's like Lord of the Rings, you don't often go and watch another. Like you're not going to stay at the cinema and watch like movie after movie after movie after movie. You might when you're at home, when you're in the comfort of your own home and you can like, I don't know, get snacks in between, or you can pop out, or you know, you can take that time. You wouldn't sit and play game after game after game. You would take a break. So do the same thing once you actually finish a game. Once you're like, right, okay, well, I've spent the time that I wanted to on this game. I'm going to stop and I'm going to refresh. I'm going to reset. Once you have taken that time and you're like, okay, well, I've taken my little break, whether that's been an hour, it's been a day, it's been 2 days, it's been a week, whatever time you've chosen to take away from it and then come back. If you're still like, oh, do you know what, I actually really miss that game and I do kind of want to go back to it, even if I am feeling a little bit on the edge of burning out, you could download a DLC, see if the game has any other features, listen to the soundtrack, read a comic, read a book, watch the TV series if there is one. Like there's so many other things that you can do, like I said earlier, to be part of that world. There's loads of stuff, even for like League of Legends, there's comic series for some of the characters that talk about the lore behind them. Probably fan fiction for Apex Legends if that's more of your bag. I imagine there's all sorts of things for Call of Duty. Like gamers have been around and popular for such a heckin' long time. There's probably like fan art of Minecraft that if you are done with Minecraft but you want to still kind of share your love of Minecraft with other people, you could go and look on Reddit and see if people have done like cute fan art of Minecraft. I don't know, there's loads of ways that you can still enjoy a game or the world that it's set in without actually having to force yourself through like burnout or just feeling burnt out in general. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful for you. I don't know how many people actually experience burnout, but I do, particularly when I play one game for a long time. And I have got very strict with myself now of going like, right, I'm going to complete this goal and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to use RuneScape as the example again because it's so easy to just to be online all the heckin' time on this game. But with RuneScape, I'll be like, right, I'm going to finish this level and then I'm going to stop and I'm going to move away from my PC for a while and then I will work on my next goal. Having kind of goals set in place, and then once I've completed them, I stop, I take a break and I come away from it. I think that is really helpful. It's a little bit different if you are a content creator and you're kind of like, you're streaming for like 3-4 hours. But again, you can have your goal set. You can be like, right, I'm going to stream for 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then I'm going to stop. I will come off the game at the same time. And by doing that, you're still setting those boundaries where you are giving yourself a break from the one game or the 2 games, whatever the issue is that's making you feel burnt out when it comes to gaming or gamer burnout. There's so many ways around it that will be unique to you, but hopefully one of these 10 hacks will be the one for you. Also, just to like throw it out there again, like the nostalgia one, like I think nostalgia is so powerful. If you're feeling a bit burnouty, getting nostalgia back is just so nice. It feels so good. So yeah, if you're really stuck, like that is the one for me that just always makes me feel so refreshed and re-sparks my love for games, especially if I am feeling kind of burnt out of them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will hopefully see you in some of my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/emmalilico, where you can see me dive headfirst into Game of Burnout live. No, I joke. I'm pretty good on stream. I normally stick to my goals-ish. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out. Lots of love, and I'll see you in the next video.